and much anticipated Ron Burgundy a la Will Ferrell. We just can't wait to hear what you have to say. Make us laugh.
Oh, no pressure, no pressure. Yeah, I'm so thrilled. I know we all are. The moment is finally here. Anchorman 2 hits theaters tomorrow, and for weeks we've been seeing Ron Burgundy pop up all over, from an anchor desk in North Dakota to, the Canadian Olympic curling trials, and even commercials for the Dodge Durango, which is selling like crazy, thanks to Ron. Right now, I'm here with the man behind the amazing mustache, Will Ferrell. Welcome to Good Morning America.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you for doing the promos in character as Ron.
Oh, yeah, that was
hysterical.
Fun. That was great.
It made us all wonder, how would Ron fare on Good Morning America?
Well, like he said in one of the promos, he would have no idea that you have to start so early. Yeah. He would think Good Morning America. His morning starts at about 11.
Yeah.
So, he'd be late for the very first day.
But and unapologetic.
Unapologetic and probably smelling of scotch.
Yes.
Yes.
And what's the problem?
Because I smell a lot of scotch around a lot of the crew members. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
How has it been for you? You've immersed yourself in character, not only in doing the movie, but now in promoting the movie for months and months. How has that been for you?
You know, this movie presented itself with a unique opportunity, and I love kind of performing as Ron Burgundy. And so when we had our first marketing meetings with the studio, I kind of put it out there that I'd be up for doing a lot of stuff in character. And it's great. It kind of tells the story of the movie in a different way without having to just do the standard interview thing. And it's everything we've done has been unique in its own way, and people have loved it.
Yeah, and we use the clips all the time.
Exactly. The news itself, all the news outlets give us a whole second wave of promotion because they show all the stuff.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Do you find a subtle irony or not so subtle irony in the fact that the news, we love the movie, and yet there are some not so subtle jabs?
Yes, it's it's not a subtle irony at all that Ron Burgundy is celebrated by the media itself, and he's a horrible journalist. He would never be hired by anyone in real news. But I think in a way, all the news outlets like to know that they're still being looked at and paid attention to.
Right. We all laughed so hard, but there were some moments where there was some cringing.
Yeah.
When Ron discovers that car chases equal ratings.
Yes. Yeah. And that was kind of what was fun about doing this movie, is to make a really funny, broad PG-13 movie, and at the same time have a little satirical edge to it.
Let me set up the premise. So you do reassemble the gang, the team, for a very big opportunity. And I'm going to show a clip right now where you all are now back together.
Okay. Yes.
And you are reminiscing. Take a look.
What about the time that you dared Cham to drink that beer stein full of woolite?
He drained it faster than you could say, no, don't do it. That's the equivalent of drinking poison.
Oh, Lord. I was in a 6-month coma. They say from the neurological damage, there's no way I live past 55.
You got 3 years left, my friend.
How was that for you being with the guys?
They're just reminiscing about... horrible stuff. It was great. I mean, we kind of picked up right where we left off 9 years ago, and I'm very good friends with Steve and Paul and David, and so to kind of get the band back together, so to speak, was great.
We had James Marsden on yesterday. He's the new kid on the block.
He's an ugly guy, isn't he?
He's very, I feel
unsightly,
bad for him.
hard to look at.
Yeah. And you definitely enjoyed poking fun at that, but he was telling us about literally 20-minute takes that you and Adam McKay, the director, would just let it roll.
Well, that's one of the great things about shooting on digital, is you can just go for literally 20 minutes, and it's a great tool for improv and comedy and that sort of thing. And we actually have an alternative cut of the movie that'll probably be on the DVD with 300 brand new jokes.
And trying to keep it together, I imagine was...
No, it's impossible. But that's the fun of, it's working well. And I think you can, that joy in performing translates on the screen.
Your co-star, another co-star, Baxter, the dog, has been with us all morning.
Yes.
Baxter is coming here with some questions from fans.
Okay. Well, I'm surprised because he would not talk to me all morning.
Well, he's a little jealous.
Yeah.
But Baxter, thank you so much. Baxter has a card that reads, Ron Burgundy, please tell us the secret to such great hair.
Oh, the secret to such great hair. Well, you gotta condition.
Conditioning is everything.
Yeah. A leave-in conditioner, if you can find one.
Yeah.
And get at least 15 hours of sleep a night.
Well, that's minimum.
That really, teases the hair follicles.
Yeah. You've said that Ron Burgundy is based on Mort Krim.
Well, that was the initial idea for the first movie, is watching Mort kind of talk about his relationship with Jessica Savage and way back in the day, and I did kind of pattern a little bit off of his voice, and I thought it was funny that here he was. He'd been retired for years, and he still spoke like a newsman.
Yes, he did.
And so Ron, there's a little shade of Mort.
Anybody today that embodies the spirit?
Well, I would say there's Sam Champion's left us, so yeah.
Beautiful hair.
Beautiful hair, great teeth.
Gorgeous
I'm
smile.
glad he's not here because I'd be nervous to meet him.
Will Ferrell, we thank you so much. Baxter, we thank you. Anchorman 2,
Thanks.
The legend continues, opens nationwide tomorrow.